I'm Suzy Vadori, and I'm an author, a book coach, and an editor. And it is my mission here at Inspired Writing to get all you writers out there the exact information that you need to get your books finished out into the world, and also to build an inspired writing life that you love. So today in our episode, we are going to talk all about writers' conferences. So who needs them? What are they? Where to find them? And also make sure you stay tuned till the very end of this episode, where I'm going to tell you how to download my very free guide, which is the Go-Getter's Guide to how to get the most out of your next writing conference. So you can start planning, because writing is a solitary exercise, but you don't have to do it alone. So take any book off your shelf and flip it open to the acknowledgements page. Most publishers give you like a whole page, sometimes more, to talk about all the people that helped you on your journey. So this is not something that you need to do by yourself. And it is not something that you need to feel weird about asking for help. And writers' conferences are a really, really cool way to meet new people, to get tons of information, and to really bolster your writing career at the right time. I like to explain writers' conferences to non-writers as a place where, okay, so I was a business executive for 20 years before becoming a full-time writer. And there are things that I just don't say in a business setting. Like when I'm thinking of a wordplay in a thing and I'm giggling to myself because there's a pun, I don't say those out loud anymore because I was kind of trained that most people don't get them. A writers' conference is somewhere where you might be in a room like that and you hear somebody else say the exact same thing. We have so much in common with other writers, and we love words, we love wordplay, and there's tons and tons of things that we can do to help each other. Now, if you haven't been to a writers' conference before, they can come in all shapes and sizes. They can look like a small writers group. They can be free. They can have tons of content. They can have very narrow content. They can cost thousands of dollars, and sometimes you might have to travel. So depending on where you're at in your writing journey, you can plan this investment to get you at the right place in the right time. So the first thing that I would suggest if you're considering going to a writing conference is to get really clear on what your goal of that conference is. Of course, we all want to go to a writing conference and tell somebody our book idea and then get $1 million deal and be like, that's done, right? But that's not entirely realistic. But the Writers' Conference will be a great place to meet folks who will help you on that journey, to fill up that acknowledgements page so that you're not doing this whole thing by yourself. So your goals in terms of a writing conference are going to vary depending on the stage that you're at. So if you're just getting started and you just have a book idea and you aren't really sure how to start, you can still go to a writing conference. Every conference I've ever been to has been really, really welcoming of newer writers. And so just go and listen and talk to people and learn, right? So you might be looking for craft resources on writing craft, right? How to write, how to get started, how to get ideas, how to get inspired, those types of things. If you might go to Q&A sessions with writers who've been there before and ask them 1,000,000 questions. You can ask me questions, drop them in the comments, send me an email. I'm always open to answering new questions for newer writers. Maybe you're somebody who's been writing for a while and you're stuck in revisions, or you're just getting that project ready and you're not sure where to go next, right? So if you go to a writing conference at that stage, it's great because you're going to meet maybe your perfect editor that's going to help you get that project done. You might need a book coach that's going to encourage you along the way and line you up with all the right resources. Okay, so all of those valuable tips that you might learn in those sessions or by meeting people are going to get your book to the finish line. And maybe you have a completed manuscript and you're ready to pitch, right? And this is what most people think of as the reason to go to writing conferences. And this might be the time that you actually invest, because really, if you go to a writing conference with just an idea and you spend thousands of dollars to chase an agent that you're interested in working with across the country and you pitch them their idea, but you don't have a manuscript, you've just wasted their time and your time and probably burned a bridge, because they are going to expect you to have it finished. And by the time you get it finished, who knows? Maybe they'll be speaking at a conference in your hometown and you didn't need to spend all that money to go so far away. So just make sure that you're really clear on your goals. And if you've already published books, writers' conferences are great for you too. They're great for so many reasons. It's a great place to give back. I love going to writers' conferences and talking with writers and giving all that information. Because here's the thing, is that the publishing industry is an industry that is changing so rapidly. No one person can keep track of all of the current trends that are happening in the publishing industry at any given time. So we should exchange information, and that's a place where you can come together and meet other people who've tried different things. And you can exchange information about promotions and what worked and what didn't and what's changing and what they're finding with their readers, where they're finding their readers. And maybe that will help you as well, even if you already have published books out there. It's also a great place to present something that you are an expert in. So if you're an expert in something, maybe it's something from your day job that writers might be interested in. You could even do that before you're a published writer, or if you are a published writer and you want to share pieces of your journey, it's a great place and opportunity so you can contact the organizers of events that you want to attend and see if they're open to letting you present there. You have to create a proposal and see if you can present there. So I love doing that as well. But knowing your goals and being really clear on what stage, being realistic, right? Not that you're going to write a book in 30 days and then pitch it at the conference and be done, right? Being realistic about what it is that you need from that conference can really help you understand, take a look at all the conferences that are out there and decide when is the right moment to go to which conference and how far are you going to travel, how much are you going to spend? Is there something local that would satisfy those needs for what you need at your stage right now? I love to encourage people to go to writers' conferences. For me, it has taken my career to that next level. It made my career. I've been going to this one that I'm wearing a t-shirt I just got in the mail today, which inspired this video for you guys from When Words Collide, which is a local writers conference where I live. And it is where I met my first publisher. It's where I met my publicist, my agent. It's where I got my gang together that is in the acknowledgements of my books. It's where you meet like-minded people and expand, and they have networks and you have networks and share all of that information. And so I just can't wait. If you guys are watching this video and you have a chance to attend When Words Collide or any other local one like that, we usually meet the second weekend in August, and during the pandemic, it's been online. So check us out for sure. When Words Collide, I'll be presenting there for many years to come, I hope. So you might just run into me there or at another conference. So whether you're on the fence or thinking about going to a writer's conference or not quite sure, I put together a free guide for you guys in my decade of experience of going to conferences. And it's the 10 things that you should be doing at conferences to get the very most out of your investment of time, energy, money, all of those things that go into making that decision. And you can download that for free wherever you're watching or listening to this episode. And so I hope you get it. It's called the Go-Getter's Guide to Making the Most Out of a Writers' Conference. So whether it's online or in person, I would love to see you all at a conference one day. And if you see me there and I'm presenting, or you see me in the hallways, please come up and say hi. I always have time for writers and expanding my network, and I hope that you guys do too. If you love this content and the Inspired Writing channel, please go and like and subscribe wherever you're listening to this episode or watching this episode. Please go and do that so that other writers can find this content as well. I'd really appreciate it. And until then, happy writing, and I'll see you the next time.